It is the duel of the dumbasses. In the red corner, Homer Simpson, the donut devourer who's as yellow as he is dense.
Let's try the red one. Let's try the red one again.
And in the blue corner, Peter Griffin, brainless idiot and living proof that wearing glasses don't make you smart. Stick around because we're diving into these morons' most sub-10 IQ moments ever to settle once and for all who's the dumbest cartoon dad in animation history. Each idiot can get a max of 3 points. If they're a hazard to themselves, they get 1 point. If they're a hazard to others, they get 2. And finally, if they're a hazard to their entire community, they get 3. My very expensive dumbo-meter here will keep track of these dopus' scores, and what better way to start this battle off than with an iconic Family Guy episode like Petarded. It's the neighbors' game night, and Lois has switched Peter's questions with the preschool edition so he won't lose and feel stupid.
What color is a fire truck?
God, I always get these. Fire truck. What color are those red fire trucks?
Just when Peter thought he was on the same IQ level as Isaac Newton, he gets a diagnosis that would surprise absolutely no one other than him.
Well, here they are, Brian, my test results.
Peter, according to this, you're mentally retarded.
Oh, yeah? Well, would a mentally retarded guy have hired a bulldozer with a drunk driver in celebration of his fantastic test results?
Hiring a drunk to bulldoze the house with everyone still inside is blatant endangerment, so Peter gets 2 points there. Doing something as stupid and reckless as that right after a test confirmed he's intellectually challenged is absolute comedy gold. And driving with eyes shut that very same day is just even more hilarious.
I wish I could just close my eyes and make all this go away.
Oh my God.
Peter was a little sad about his diagnosis at first, but soon perks up once he realizes he can get away with basically anything now, like, I don't know, kicking the doors down in the women's bathroom.
Sorry, retarded.
Oh, that's okay then.
Throwing Bibles in church.
For the living...
And even stealing a deep fat fryer.
Peter, get back here.
No freaking way. Oh, I am so taking this.
The accident puts Lois in the hospital, but it doesn't take long before her idiot husband strikes again.
Listen, there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, so I'm just gonna, here we go. Oh, God, hang on.
The CPS declares Peter mentally unfit to be a parent. Thank the Lord! And the Griffin kids get taken into their custody and placed in Cleveland's care. Peter tries desperately to get the kids back and even frames his best friend as some kind of Quagmire 2.0.
This'll show him that Cleveland's not fit to be a parent. Agent Jessup, look at all these prostitutes. 7 prostitutes.
CPS hands the kids back in the end, but only because Lois gets discharged from the hospital. Just 2 episodes later, Peter literally poisons the kids as part of a vomiting contest to see who gets the last piece of pie in the fridge.
I'm scared. Get the phone. Call 911.
The story of how Homer became dumb as a rock would be the perfect follow-up to such an iconically stupid Family Guy episode, don't you think? On May 12th, 1956, Homer J. Simpson was born, a normal baby boy with completely average intelligence. But all that changed the day he shoved 16 crayons up his nose and only 15 came back out.
16! Woohoo! Oh, I don't feel so good. I think that's all of them.
Scientists removed the crayon stuck inside Homer's brain, and his IQ score increased from 55 to 105. I mean, far from genius level, but still high enough for him to start pronouncing the word library correctly. And most importantly, to stop doing what he's been doing for the last 30-odd years, being an absolute nincompoop. Poison is people poison? Homer's rapid change in intelligence alienated him from all of his friends, and he realized that he was actually just happy or dumb. Mo helped Homer stick a crayon back in his brain, and 5 minutes later, he was back to being that dumb, irresponsible oaf you either love or hate.
Who wants lottery tickets?
Okay, it's in his brain.
Now it's time to talk about all the unhinged and very, very questionable food choices these 2 morons have made. Even though Homer's thinner than Peter, we'll start with him because he's clearly the bigger foodie. I literally have a whole video proving this. You should totally check it out. I mean, I'm not forcing you or anything. We should totally. Anyway, there's basically no limit to what this greedy pig will shove down his gullet. He's eaten a forbidden donut in exchange for his soul.
Forbidden donut.
Well, finishing something?
And even himself.
My finger! Sometimes a man has to do the unthinkable, like eat something medium rare.
His unhinged choices aren't limited to food either. One time, Homer even tried to guzzle down a beaker of fracking acid.
you idiot!
Everything you just saw was insanely messed up. But of course, absolutely nothing could be more stupid or disturbing than Peter mistaking a literal baby for a bucket of fried chicken.
I was on a city bus, and the guy next to me was eating a bucket of fried chicken. I just dug in and started stuffing that chicken into my mouth. But it wasn't fried chicken. It was a baby!
And I think he actually ate Stewie at one point, didn't he?
Where's Stewie?
He ate me! I ate
If
him.
this video was who was the evilest, Peter would win by a frackin' landslide. Like it wouldn't even be a contest. Homer and Bart share mutual interests like eating junk food, watching cartoons, and avoiding responsibility. But Stewie and Peter differ so drastically in intelligence they almost have nothing in common, except one thing: inventions. Yeah, they both love inventing. Stewie's built a time machine, a mind control device, and a teleporter. Impressive. Peter's inventions? Not so much.
Quit yapping and tape these leaf blowers to my back.
Homer's also dabbled in inventions too, guys. I mean, remember when he invented an electric hammer?
My all-purpose electric hammer.
Yeah, he really thought he was Thomas Edison with that one. Peter works in the office of a brewery, so apart from the children's hospital across the street,
Well, watch this. Oh, God.
nobody's in grave danger when he decides to show up for his 9 to 5. Homer Simpson, however, is the safety inspector of a frackin' nuclear power plant. Everybody in town is depending on him to keep them safe, but he's so dangerously unqualified. The only thing he can do in an emergency is press a random button and just hope nobody dies.
15 seconds to core meltdown.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Sometimes he does even stupider things, if you can believe it. Those were just 2 of many nuclear meltdowns Homer has caused. In fact, this idiot's such an expert at causing disasters, he can literally cause a nuclear meltdown in a van with no nuclear material in it. In the episode Homer Goes to College, Mr. Burns wants to send his knucklehead employee to university so he can learn nuclear physics and hopefully never cause another meltdown. Mr. Simpson is so excited when he receives an admission letter from Springfield University. Burns actually bribed them into taking him on. But in Homer's mind, that letter means he's the smartest dude who ever lived.
I'm a college man. I won't need my high school diploma anymore.
In class, Homer acts like a know-it-all because he's worked at a power plant for 10 years, but when asked to demonstrate how a proton accelerator works, he can only demonstrate what not to do.
Please come down and show us.
All right, I will.
He's literally caused so many meltdowns, the hazmat team knows who he is. Shocker, Homer got an F in his final exam. Some nerds hacked the system and changed his grade to an A+, so he's able to keep his job. I still don't get why Mr. Burns went through all the trouble of sending Homer to college instead of just firing him via trap door. Maybe it was under renovation. Even Burns isn't evil enough to put an employee through this on purpose.
Trapdoor's under renovation. It's not safe.
I feel like Peter would willingly jump down that, by the way. He's already jumped off a frackin' skyscraper for a bet.
$1,000 says I live. What the hell?
Okay.
It's funny how he can fall 1,000 feet like it's nothing, but acts like he's dying whenever he takes the tiniest of tumbles. Let's put Homer aside for a moment and focus on Peter. This dude was born in the 1960s, so this is what he was up to while the Vietnam War was going on.
Looks like he's gonna have to repeat the 4th grade, Mrs. Griffin.
Looks like he's going to have to repeat the 4th grade, Mrs. Griffin.
Congratulations. You've passed the 4th grade, Mr. Griffin.
He's never been the sharpest tool in the shed. Now, I can already hear yourself asking, dude, why are you bringing up the Vietnam War? Well, because Family Guy makes absolutely zero sense, and timelines don't matter if they can get in a good joke or two, like this one.
Sometimes it's better not to fit in. You're all stupid. See, they're gonna be looking for Army guys.
A bright frackin' clown costume in the battlefield is basically the same as holding a shoot me sign, so we'll give Peter 2 points on the dumb-o-meter for endangering himself and his fellow soldiers. His military antics don't stop there, unfortunately. He went on to serve in Afghanistan.
When you see the Taliban come over the horizon, you shoot them.
Shoot Pat Tillman and then run when the Taliban show up.
He also bought that infamous tank in the episode Hell Comes to Quahog. The man who sold this idiot a 30-ton war machine should be jailed for public endangerment, but we're not talking about him.
I bought a tank.
Are you out of your mind?
Let me show you how the gun works.
Oh my God!
Anytime Joe yells, I'm instantly reminded of Ken raging at that bee for stealing his girlfriend. It's the same voice actor if you didn't already know.
You know what? I don't even like honey. I don't eat it.
Just like Peter, Homer served in the army too. He went to war in the episode G.I. Joe, and if you can believe it, he was an even bigger screw-up than Sergeant Griffin. It started with Bart stupidly enlisting himself in the army. Marge is horrified and sends Homer straight down to the army recruitment center to put things right. The plan was only to get Bart's contract torn up, but somehow Homer ends up getting tricked into joining the whole army, Army.
Would you be interested in joining the army?
Wouldn't that take me away from my family for 2 whole years?
A big target like you will be home a lot sooner than that.
Woohoo! Where do I sign?
The next morning, Mr. Simpson gets shipped off to Fort Clinton. To officially enlist, cadets must pass an aptitude test, and anyone who fails will be killed by soldiers in a live fire exercise. Not sure why they can't just send them home, but okay. Homer, of course, tests poorly and is appointed leader of the Doofus Squad. Does that mean he's the least stupid or the most stupid in his unit? I don't really know, but I do know that a battlefield is neither the time nor place to do this.
Oh my god, I just remembered! It's Chinese New Year!
Sending up a flare and idiotically alerting the murderers to his unit's location definitely warrants 2 points on the demo meter. The enemy was all wearing night vision goggles, so the flare blinded them, allowing Homer and the others to escape by sheer luck. We're only halfway through the video now, folks, and these half-wits are almost neck and neck. Homer's got a shameful 27 points on the stupidity scale, and Peter's right behind him with a humiliating 25. Don't go anywhere, though. Round 2 of this dumbass duel is coming up, and we're kicking it off with a real bang. So, without further ado, here's the one and only Peter Griffin in all of his most jaw-droppingly stupid cutaway gags. In North by North Quahog, he forgot how to sit down. In Bango was his name-o, he thought having a T-Rex as a pet was a good idea.
Okay, Patches, fetch. Oh my god, oh my god.
In This Little Piggy, he accidentally gave Meg a exchange.
Mr. Griffin, would you like to cut the cord?
Sure.
Okay, that wasn't the cord, and now you've got a girl.
And lastly, the episode Holy Crap shows us why Peter Griffin should never, ever be allowed on an airplane. You guys just witnessed some of the most stupid, insane gags in Family Guy, but what better way to follow that up than with a classic Simpsons episode like Marge versus the Monorail? This one is specifically memorable, probably because it opens with one of Homer's most iconically stupid moments ever.
Simpson.
Just accepted his fate, didn't even try to swerve out of the way. Part of me admires that. Mr. Burns gets caught dumping toxic nuclear waste at the children's playground and is forced to pay a $3 million fine. Sorry, that's just so in character. A town meeting is called to decide how the money should be spent, and Marge wants to clean up Main Street, but judging by this musical number, I think it's pretty obvious what the rest of the town wants.
Mono.
Despite being too dumb to even pronounce monorail, Homer is chosen to be the conductor of a dangerous train that can go over 150 miles per hour. Yay! At the grand opening, Bart is rooting for him all the way, but he's in serious danger of getting decapitated if he keeps listening to this dumbass any further.
Stick your head out the window, boy.
Homer gets 2 points for endangering his son. Thank the heavens nothing happened, though. It would have been lights out for Bart. Hell, at least Peter can regenerate.
Oh my god, Dad, you lost your hand!
That's all right.
He didn't always have that superpower, though, as proven by this 100% preventable accident and whistle while your wife works.
Mega ultra super. Holy crap!
Mr. Griffin's stupidity didn't hurt or endanger anyone again in that episode, but forget Peter versus Homer. I want to know if Peter or Jillian is dumber.
Have you ever seen the sun and the moon in the same place at the same time?
They're the same person.
I know, right?
I mean, at least Jillian's attractive. Peter's got frackin' nothing. He ain't packing. No joke, his is literally small enough to fit inside a frackin' pencil sharpener, and he's tried. There's no way Lois wasn't at least a bit disappointed on their wedding. Now, where was I? Yes, Homer Simpson has endured a lot of physical pain in his unfortunate life. But his most brutal sub-10 IQ accident of all time was definitely trying to jump Springfield Gorge in the episode Bart the Daredevil. The Simpsons have come to watch a monster truck rally, and Homer is personally ensured that they've got front row seats because he's driven directly into the arena.
Truckosaurus! Where?
When the family gets pulled from their wrecked car, the show continues, and Bart loves it. He loves it so much he decides to become a daredevil, but after jumping a swimming pool, some animals, and Homer on his hammock, he decides those stunts just aren't thrilling enough and wants to jump the Springfield Gorge. I wonder how his parents feel about that.
I forbid you to jump over that gorge.
You can't.
I can and do. Go to your room, Bart.
Bart simply will not listen and is ready to jump this thing. Homer gets there in time to stop him, but he knows exactly how disobedient his son is, so he does something both incredibly stupid and very admirable to teach his son a lesson.
The only thing left for me to do is jump the gorge myself. That way you'll see what it's like to witness a family member stupidly risking his life for no good reason.
Homer's totally maimed, but still alive. An ambulance soon arrives to collect him, and I just want to know what he did to get cursed with a lifetime of such bad luck. Speaking of deadly stunts, remember the episode The Man with Two Brians? Peter becomes obsessed with Jackass, an MTV show where professionals perform super dangerous and life-threatening pranks. Definitely not the kind of thing anyone should try at home. Despite seeing the skull and crossbones warning at the start of the show, Peter can never resist making a dumb decision, so he immediately fetches his camera and a shopping cart.
Okay, go! Ow. Ow.
Congratulations, you've just won the Darwin Award and a $50,000 hospital bill. I guess what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is the mantra Peter lives by, because as soon as his spine got fixed, he put on a hero costume and attempted to perform another completely safe stunt.
Flying away and a wing and a prayer. It's just...
That's 2 points because Brian injured his back swimming out to rescue Peter. He should have just left him there and gotten home, to be honest. Since we're already on the topic of Peter acting on sub-10 IQ ideas, allow me to present to you, dear viewer, with his most Einstein-level schemes of all time. There was that time he wanted to strip naked in public and paint himself in blackface.
It's a stupid idea!
Ow! You're hurting me!
I'm so sick of your crap!
He's also launched himself from a giant boomerang. Fired himself out of a human cannon.
Australia, here I come.
And tried to make his own water slide inside the house.
I'm not gonna call the hospital because you won't learn anything if I do.
Even Peter's not stupid ideas like making dinner for his kids don't go according to plan.
Holy crap! Oh my god! And that also means...
Of course, Meg was the one who got blown to bits. Now Homer's done his fair share of driving like an absolute tool, the dumbest examples being that time he texted behind the wheel after deliberately removing his seatbelt and airbag.
Stay calm. Your seatbelt will save you. Thank God I still got my airbag. Safety first.
Then there was that time he really wanted a trampoline.
That trampoline is mine!
And then there was also that time he didn't press the cruise control on switch.
This car's got cruise control. School, please.
Homie, that's not how it... We're gonna crash!
You have airbags?
Super dumb, right? Well, now I'm going to introduce you to the worst driver of all time, next to SpongeBob, that is, Peter Griffin.
Where's the Lullaby Channel?
Peter, watch the road!
Lois, get off my back, will you? I'm trying to watch TV.
I mean, do you have any idea?
Well, that's one way to win a marathon, I guess. Homer Simpson is obviously a terrible father, ignoring all the strangling, and that time his negligence resulted in Maggie taking herself on this Sunday drive. He's really not that bad, at least when compared to Peter Griffin. Remember when he lost Stewie at the ball game?
Where is Stewie?
Is that a baby in there?
Oh my god, he's gonna miss the game.
And that time he thought gasoline was totally safe to drink?
What the devil is in here?
Oh, I threw out all your apple juice, Stewie. We're a gas family now.
Even children outside the family aren't safe from this ticking time bomb. Peter's babysitting service was something straight out of a horror movie.
Couldn't find your toys, so why don't you just play with this blow dryer and these rattles?
You could literally leave a kid in the ape enclosure at the zoo and they'd be safer there than with Peter Griffin. This next episode I'm about to show you is irrefutable proof of that. In Turban Cowboy, Peter thinks his life is boring and decides to take up skydiving of all things. Now, skydiving companies don't even trust normal people to skydive on their own. So when dumb old Peter jumped out of that plane, someone getting crushed by his fat ass was inevitable.
Hold back my chair ever so slightly.
Peter becomes addicted to skydiving, and even though he's destroyed half the neighborhood, he's convinced he's a pro. But as history has proven time and time again, Peter Griffin is only good at two things: hurting other people and hurting himself.
Why do I hold myself back? Oh! Damn it!
In the hospital, he befriends a Muslim named Muhammad who introduces him to Islamic cultures. Peter decides to convert to Islam, gets invited to Muslim get-togethers, totally oblivious to the fact that he's now part of their terrorist plot.
So are these toys just like to take?
Peter heads to the clan with a special phone Mom gave him and triggers explosives anytime you try and make a call.
Maybe I dialed wrong.
Peter finally realizes he's been duped, but Joe convinces him to stay in the league with the terrorists so he can get insider information. The terrorists go over their plan in secret, and Mr. Griffin's job is to drive the van containing the explosive. Not even a single minute has passed by, and he's already blown his cover in the most idiotic way possible.
Sorry, can you repeat all that? I just had an itch right by my microphone.
Microphone? He's wearing a wire.
Peter gets held at gunpoint and is forced to drive the van to Quahog City Bridge. Thankfully, Joe storms the van and tackles Mama before any explosions happen. 30 terrorists get put behind bars, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief, thinking the danger is over. Little do they know, Peter still has that very special phone on him.
Let me call Horace and tell him to get our table ready. 30 terrorists get put behind bars, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief, thinking the danger is over. Little do they know, Peter still has that very special phone on him. Let me call Horace and tell him to get our table ready.
Man, talk about stupidity. Peter's way in the lead right now, guys, but Homer still has one last chance at coming out on top because the Simpsons movie is basically 90 minutes of him proving that his IQ is lower than Blinky the three-eyed fish. Homer's stupidity showcase all started with him doing some household chores like fixing the sinkhole in their backyard.
Sinkhole. Check.
Perfect, not like Maggie has anything better to do. After that was fixing the roof, more like proving that he shouldn't be anywhere near tools.
Jetty.
With all the chores done and dusted, Homer, a grown man, decides to have a dare contest with Bart.
Climb the TV antenna.
Piece of cake.
Aftershock.
I don't think he can even comprehend the kind of danger he's putting his boy in. He's not exactly done with his stupid ideas either. Homer's next dare is for his 10-year-old kid to skateboard to the Krusty Burger and back naked.
Don't look where I'm pointing!
After nearly giving Flanders a heart attack, Bart gets arrested and handcuffed to a pole. Homer finally shows up hours later to claim his son, but forgets to bring him pants.
Shirt, socks, everything you need.
You didn't bring my pants.
Who am I, Tommy Bahama?
Oh.
Pissed at Homer for letting him take all the blame and for loving a literal pet pig more than him, Bart mopes in a tree thinking back on that time he went fishing with his super smart father.
Dad, it's not fair to use a bug zapper to catch the fish.
You love fish like I do. You want them to die with dignity.
While all this had been going on, Lisa was campaigning to get dumping in Lake Springfield banned. Mayor Quimby finally listens and puts up an idiot-proof barrier around the lake. Things are starting to look up for the environment, but Homer has a pet pig who craps a lot. Plopper's silo becomes full to the brim, so his idiot owner has no option but to dispose of all the disgusting toxic waste properly. Yeah, right. After that, the EPA traps Springfield under the infamous dome, but the Simpsons escape through the sinkhole in their backyard. Plan is to head for Alaska, but they need a car first. Luckily, Homer can win a truck at the carnival using these incredible motorcycling skills. Homer actually ends up winning the truck, and the Simpsons rebuild their lives in Alaska. However, Marge and the kids return to save Springfield when they learn the government is planning on blowing it up. Selfish Homer stays put, but after going on a spiritual journey, he has a change of heart and vows to find his family, save his town, and drop 10 pounds. He begins the long journey home using a pack of dogs.
Run! Run! Jump! Jump! Rest! Run!
I mean, he was basically asking for that, wasn't he? And long last, Homer spots his family captured inside a government truck and tries to rescue them using a wrecking ball. What happens next is even more painful than the Miley Cyrus music video.
Did you hear something?
Marge and the kids get put back inside the dome with a bomb set to blow in 15 minutes. Homer needs to get to the top of the dome fast. There's a literal jetpack sitting right there, but this Mensa member grabs the super glue and does this.
Now Homer Simpson's gonna show he has cojones.
As stupid as it is, the super glue actually works, and Homer starts to scale the dome. While Homer is busy burning those 10 pounds, civilians are climbing up the rope to safety. They make it to the top, but just as they're about to escape, Homer shows up to save the day. Bart disowns his dad for being so freaking stupid. It's about time. Speaking of time, that's running out even faster thanks to Homer.
I can't do anything right.
Homer thankfully saves the day using the awesome motorcycle skills he picked up at the carnival, and with a little help from Bart, too.
Reset it, boy!
Dad? Woohoo!
The bomb explodes outside the dome, shattering the glass and freeing Springfield. Glass came raining down, but amazingly, nobody was hurt. Well, except one person, which is still incredible to be honest.
Hi, everybody.
All of Homer's stupidity gets forgiven by the town, everything goes back to normal, and the movie ends with Homer once again proving why he shouldn't be let anywhere near tools. And there you got it, guys. Homer and Peter's most sub-10 IQ moments ever. Now let's look at their final scores, shall we? The bald and doofus in the red corner has earned himself a staggering 61 stupidity points in this dumbass battle. But our four-eyed fool over in the blue corner has a massive 69 points, of course he does, which officially makes Peter Griffin the dumbest cartoon dad of all time. Think you can handle more insanity than you saw in this video? Click the screen to find out. Thanks for watching.